Very good morning to my good friends SUI-3, Walter and Balthasar. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning to everybody.
First of all, congratulations on quite an epic flight, 1,300 and I think 10 kilometers it was, giving you 8th place. Well done with that.
Yes, actually we are satisfied. It could have been better if we wouldn't have had these bad weather conditions in front of us, because we were too far to the south, and we came into a part of the mountains, and that's why we stopped them for safety reasons. But we had still enough colors and everything.
I feel like you're a team on your way up through the ranks, improving. I feel like you want to be continuing to improve.
Of course, absolutely. It's not about the ranks. It's about the challenge, and it's about the pleasure of making very long flights. That is what we wanted to do. That's why we also wanted to do a third night. We were good in ballast. We were good. All our systems were working perfectly. So after a few initial problems, electrical problems we had with the fuel cell, but afterwards everything worked very well, and that is the pleasure. It's not about the ranks. It's about nice flights and great experiences.
Indeed, it is. We were just watching some of your footage from the landing. There seems to be a lot of technology there in the basket. Can you explain some of the technology you had there? I don't recognise some of it.
Oh yes, we had lots of technology, but Balthasar will explain it to you.
Well, it's not that magic. I mean, we use 2 iPads for safety reasons. If one fails, that's for navigation and for communication with our team. On top of that, we have our fuel cell. You heard it during that flight, that descent through the clouds. You heard it in the background. And otherwise, we use satellite telephone like the other teams as well. And that's more or less it. And GPS and barometer, which was beeping then during the descent. So I think the technology of all teams are more or less the same. I don't think that anybody has more. We didn't use any night vision equipment on this flight yet. But possibly, if we had known a bit earlier about the landing, we possibly would have used it then.
Can you talk me through the landing a little bit? It was getting towards the end of the light. There wasn't much light left. Just talk me through your landing decision and the experience.
Okay, when we were forced to land by our meteorologists, we were up more than 3,000 meters up in the sky, and underneath of us was just clouds. We couldn't see where you are, and thanks God to our equipment, you just could imagine what happened down there. So we started the descent immediately by descending with 2.5 meters in a second, and get into the clouds, and then we realized these are 2 cloud covers. We got through the first one and could see a little bit of the ground, and then to the second one, and then it gradually gets dark also under the cloud, and then we saw about 1,200 meters above the cloud, above the ground, we saw the lights and the city down there, and we carried on descending very nicely, and then about 50 meters above the ground, I could stop the basket and just be watched out for landing spot. So Balthasar was looking for the spot, and I just was looking for the balloon. And together, if you had to do this alone, it would be quite difficult. But he always told me how fast we are and how fast we are descending. And so we made it into a very nice field. Just missed this field with about 10 meters and get in between 4 or 5 trees, small trees. And there we are. But we came down with 1 meter above the ground. The balloon, the basket, he stopped. I had to open up and get some gas out to get to the ground. It was
Incredible.
just such a soft landing.
It was a
Interesting.
perfect landing, but it was difficult. I mean, we didn't have any light anymore during the landing. It was really pitch dark.
Yeah.
You know, the decision about to land, we got that decision from our headquarters only 10 minutes before we landed. We received that instruction only after we had pierced through the cloud, and we were under the cloud. Initially, we thought we were going to be spending the night under the cloud
Yes.
layer in that spot, and then the order came to now you land, and then we said, okay. So we didn't have much. We had about 3 or 4 minutes time just to bring in everything into the basket. But fortunately, even up in the cloud, even up at about 3,500 meters, we started to pack up the basket. I don't know why I did that, but we started to pack up the basket there and, you know, range everything. And I didn't know about the landing. I thought we were going to spend the whole night up there, but I just did it. So we were quite ready. When the instruction came, we did just have to bring in a bit of ballast, and that was it.
It came as a bit of a shock, did it? It came as a bit of a shock, the decision to land?
I wouldn't say it was a shock. It was a bit it was kind of
A surprise, not
yeah.
a shock.
Yes.
like a head scratching, you know, because it was dark already. It was night, and we had a very dense cloud coverage over us, so we didn't see the moon.
Yeah.
We had no moonlight, but we had a strong flashlight, and so that helped us, you know. So I was glad that Stefan Sebeli controlled the flashlight before we took off, you know.
Yes. Was there anybody around when you landed? Any local people?
No, nobody. We were there for about 1 hour just by ourselves. We could sort up our equipment and everything. We had contact to our car, and we were just waiting. And shortly, about an hour after our landing, our team was with us at the basket. And shortly after them, police came, and the town mayor of this small town, they came out to this field. And this was quite funny, and you know, we had to give them our passports and to control all the equipment. And as we explained them why we are here, what we are doing, showing the Gordon Bennett
The
pictures and so on, and they got quite friendly. No, more than friendly.
Yes.
At the end, you know, the one policeman becomes a friend of mine on Facebook. He asked me for this. It was really nice. And then we asked them about a hotel near to the landing spot. And then the police organized the hotel for us. They were phoning up there, told them we are coming. And more than this, we got escorted by them to this hotel for about 30 kilometers. We were following the police car with a blue light. Very nice. was really a nice experience.
It's these interactions which really make it special, isn't it? Sorry, Baltasar, you were saying.
I just wanted to add something. I just wanted to express all my respect for our team at home, you know, because
Yes.
they know that we wanted to pass the third night. We wanted to fly high like the other teams, but they took the decision to order us down through the clouds and make us land there. And I mean, that is a considerable responsibility down in Switzerland, sitting there and saying, now these guys, we just cut it short. They have to land now.
Yes.
And they took that decision for our safety.
Yes.
We were not aware of the developments of the weather which going to be hitting us. So I just wanted to thank our team and express the gratitude for this, also braveness and for this responsibility, and
Yes.
for the trust also to say, okay, they can make it even in the night, but this is safer than flying on. And I mean, you need to find people who sit at home at the dinner table and behind the laptop and take such decisions. I mean, that is teamwork, and that is what I like.
Yes, we were discussing this with the German headquarters, actually, about the responsibility and making these decisions. As you say, it takes a lot of responsibility to guide and to make those last-minute choices.
Yeah, and for us, I mean, we just got an order, frankly, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we just had to follow it, so it wasn't a discussion. We didn't even discuss it. We just said, okay, and then we did it, right? And that is this mutual trust, which is so impressive in these teams. You know, that is unique in this sport.
Well, gentlemen, what a great story! What a great another adventure in the books. Where are you now? Do you know your location?
No, not. We have been in a hotel somewhere up in Romania. We went from Bulgaria up to the north. We crossed the Danube river on a ferry. Was quite funny.
Yes.
And then we came to a town.
Craiova.
Craiova is the name of the town, and we found a hotel. Just fantastic, like a castle. You can't imagine.
Huh.
Yet. Really, and had breakfast, and now we are on the way
On the highway somewhere.
on the highway up to the north. We want to go to Budapest now. Takes about 7 hours, and get into another hotel there in Budapest on our journey to the way back home. And I hope, Regan, you can see it. This morning I went to the hairdresser just to look smooth on the scene.
You look fantastic. Really, really good hairstyle. And Baltasar, have you had your hair done as well, the same as me?
Yeah.
There we go. That's a style.
All good.
That's a style.
But we have a good trial back. Everything is good. We don't have any damage on our equipment. It's just fantastic, And we are also so happy for the 3 teams who made the podest. Yes. I think the combination of German, Swiss, German teams is just outstanding. And my big congratulations to Willy. I mean, Willy is the man in our sport, and that he was able to win this race together with Benny is just a fantastic outcome of this race.
Yes.
I'm so happy for them. So that's, for me, it's a great achievement. And also Kurt on the second place and the third German team. I mean, I think that is absolutely a deserved outcome. So congratulations to everybody.
Yes.
And this is really this comes out of our heart. We are so happy for Willy, happier than we would have won, I can say. Willy is the man. Willy is there.
Yes.
Gus.
Fantastic. Well, gentlemen, I'll let you get back on the road. You've got 7 hours ahead. I look forward to seeing you back here. You're coming back here to St. Gallen, correct?
That's right.
Yes.
Absolutely. I will be seeing you on Friday evening, right?
I look forward to it for some refreshments and some more stories. I'll see you then.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.